Welcome back, deep divers. Today we're heading to the Mile High City, but not just for the mountain views.
Oh, this sounds intriguing. Where are we really going?
We're diving deep into the Denver International Airport, or DIA, and all the wild theories surrounding it.
Ah, DIA. I've heard whispers, lots of whispers about this place.
Whispers are right. It's been a hotbed for conspiracy theories for years, and today we're going to see if any of them hold water.
I'm ready to unpack those suitcases of speculation.
Our baggage for this trip is a History Channel documentary, America Unearthed. It follows an investigator who's, well, let's just say he's convinced DIA is more than meets the eye.
Okay, I'm hooked already. And who's trying to bring him back down to earth?
An airborne official who's ready to debunk those theories one by one. It's a head-to-head, evidence versus speculation, and we get to be the jury.
Sounds like my kind of show.
Yeah.
So what's the biggest theory swirling around DIA?
The granddaddy of them all, the New World Order. The documentary claims DIA was built as a secret base of operations for this shadowy organization.
Okay, let's back up a sec. New World Order. It's a phrase that gets thrown around a lot, but what does it actually mean in this context?
Right, good point. In this case, it's not about, changing flight schedules or anything like that.
No, definitely not. This is conspiracy theory territory, right?
Absolutely. We're talking a secret society bent on global domination, pulling the strings behind governments and economies.
Okay, so how does an airport, even a big one, fit into that?
That's where things get juicy. Conspiracy theorists point to DIA's size. For one, it's massive, way bigger than what you'd expect for a city like Denver.
Yeah, I can see how that would raise eyebrows. Anything else that fuels the suspicion?
Its location. It's miles from downtown Denver, which has led to all sorts of speculation about what's really going on underground.
Ah, the classic secret underground bunker theory. Always a good one, but we'll get to that later.
Oh, we'll definitely be digging into the tunnels. But first, let's talk about the runway layout.
Okay, what about them? Are they shaped like landing strips for UFOs?
Not quite, but when you look at an aerial view, they kind of resemble, well, a swastika.
Whoa, now that's a bold visual. Are they suggesting the New World Order is, into that kind of symbolism?
That's the implication. But before we jump to conclusions, there's a more practical explanation.
I'm all ears.
Airport runways aren't laid out randomly. They're designed based on wind patterns, air traffic flow, and regulations from the FAA.
Makes sense. Safety and efficiency first, right?
Exactly. And here's the kicker. DIA has plans for expansion, with new runways that'll completely change the current configuration.
So that swastika shape is going to disappear.
Poof, gone. Like it never existed.
Oh, interesting. It seems like some of these theories forget that, airports have to function in the real world.
It's easy to get caught up in the mystery and overlook the practicalities.
Totally. Okay, so we've got a massive airport, a potentially fleeting swastika. What else is on the conspiracy theory checklist?
Well, the documentary makes a big deal about a Masonic capstone laid at the airport. It's inscribed with New World Airport Commission.
Oh, I see where this is going. They're connecting Freemasons to the New World Order, right?
Bingo. But before we delve into the world of secret handshakes and rituals, it's important to understand a bit about the Masons.
Okay, enlighten me. I'm all about context.
They're a fraternal organization with a long history of being involved in, community projects, public works, that sort of thing.
So laying a capstone, even one with a fancy inscription, isn't necessarily some secret code.
Not at all. It's actually a pretty common practice for the Masons, especially for public buildings.
Okay, that makes sense. And what about this New World Airport Commission? Sounds ominous.
It's not as nefarious as it sounds. The airport official explains it was just a group of local leaders involved in the airport's development. Think fundraising, planning committees, that sort of thing.
So no shadowy figures controlling the world from a conference room at DIA.
Not according to the official.
Okay.
But the investigator isn't quite convinced yet. He's got his sights set on something much bigger and potentially much deeper.
Deeper. Oh, you mean...
The underground tunnels. And that, my friend, is where we'll pick up after a quick break.
All right, so we're back, and we're about to go underground at DIA.
Literally. This is where the conspiracy theories get really juicy, with tales of secret bunkers and hidden agendas.
I'm ready to spelunk into the speculation. What exactly are these tunnels supposed to be hiding?
Well, the investigator in the documentary believes they're evidence of a massive underground complex.
A complex for what? Like a secret New World Order headquarters?
Potentially. Or maybe a giant bunker for the elite to hide out during a global catastrophe.
Okay, I can see how that would play into the whole doomsday prepper aspect of some conspiracy theories.
Exactly. And some even believe these tunnels connect to other secret bases, like Cheyenne Mountain home of NORAD.
Whoa, a whole underground network. Now we're talking. But wouldn't something like that be pretty hard to keep secret?
You'd think so, right? Especially with thousands of people working at the airport every day.
Yeah, and all the construction and maintenance it would take to keep those tunnels operational. Someone would have spilled the beans by now.
Well, that's what makes this part of the documentary so interesting. The investigator actually gets to go down into the tunnels.
Wait, seriously? He gets access?
Yep, cameras and all. He's geared up, ready to expose the secrets lurking beneath DIA.
So what did he find? Was it a subterranean city? Rows of bunk beds for the chosen few?
Not quite. What he found were remnants of a failed baggage handling system.
Oh, what? So all those mysterious tunnels lead to suitcases.
Basically, it turns out DIA had plans for a super high-tech automated baggage system.
Oh, like the kind that always seems to lose your luggage.
Maybe not that bad. But yeah, the system was a flop, too expensive and complicated to maintain.
So they just abandon it, leaving behind a network of empty tunnels that fuel conspiracy theories.
It's kind of ironic, isn't it? A failed attempt at efficiency becomes a breeding ground for speculation about global domination.
It goes to show that sometimes the truth is way more mundane than we expect. But hey, I bet those tunnels make for some creepy footage in the documentary.
Oh, absolutely. It's all dramatic lighting and ominous music as the investigator walks through these empty concrete corridors.
Classic. Okay, so we've debunked the runways, the capstone, and now the secret bunker theory. What else is left on the DIA conspiracy theory menu?
Well, we can't forget about the art, specifically the murals. They've been a source of controversy and speculation since the airport opened.
Oh yeah, the murals. I've seen pictures online. They're pretty intense, aren't they?
Intense is one word for it. The documentary focuses on two in particular. One depicts scenes of war and destruction, while the other shows a vision of global harmony.
I can see how those would spark some debate, especially in the context of all these New World Order theories.
Exactly. Conspiracy theorists see the murals as a prediction of the New World Order's plan. Create chaos and then establish their New World Order.
Right, like a self-fulfilling prophecy kind of thing. But isn't art open to interpretation?
That's the thing. What one person sees as a sinister message, another might view as a commentary on the state of the world.
So what did the artist actually intend with these murals? Do we know?
Luckily, we do. The artist, Leo Tanguma, has spoken about his work. He said he wanted to show the horrors of war and the possibility of peace.
So less about a specific agenda and more about, like, prompting reflection and discussion.
Exactly. He wanted to present a choice, a future filled with conflict, or one where humanity embraces peace.
It's almost like he's holding up a mirror to society and asking us to choose our path, which is kind of what we're doing with these conspiracy theories, right? Choosing whether to accept them or seek alternative explanations.
That's a great point. So, after all this talk of secret societies and hidden agendas, what's your take? Are we buying into the DIA conspiracy theories, or are we calling them a load of baggage?
Well, let's just say I'm not booking a one-way ticket to Crazy Town just yet, but that doesn't mean this hasn't been a fascinating journey.
Agreed. And who knows? Maybe there are still some secrets hidden beneath those runways and behind those murals, just waiting to be discovered. But for now, I think we've covered enough ground for one deep dive. So after going through all of this, what's the verdict? Should people be worried about the New World Order taking over from a Denver airport control tower?
Well, I don't think anyone needs to start stockpiling supplies or anything.
Right.
Based on what we've seen from the documentary and just looking at things logically, I'm not convinced DIA is some secret headquarters for global domination.
Okay, good. But even if we put the New World Order stuff aside, there are still some unanswered questions.
Yeah, like why is the airport so far from the city? That was never really explained.
Right, and why build it so massive in the first place? Like, did they know something we didn't about Denver's future?
It's easy to get your imagination running wild with these things.
Totally. I mean, part of me wants to believe there's something going on, some hidden reason for all of this.
I get it. Mysteries are always more fun than boring old facts.
Exactly. But you're right, we have to stick with the evidence, even if it's not as exciting.
Definitely. And who knows, maybe there are still some secrets waiting to be discovered at TIA.
Oh, definitely. But maybe those secrets are more about the airport's history or design choices and less about, secret societies.
Exactly. And that's what's so great about these deep dives. It's all about exploring and asking questions, even if we don't always find clear-cut answers.
Absolutely. It's about using critical thinking and logic to sort through the information, especially with all these conspiracy theories floating around.
Well said. It's about staying curious but grounded.
So, To our listeners out there, the next time you find yourself at Denver International Airport, take a moment to really look around.
Yeah, check out the art and the architecture, maybe chat with some airport staff, see what they have to say.
You never know, you might uncover some interesting stories, or who knows, maybe even stumble upon a real mystery.
That's the beauty of exploring, right? There's always something new to discover, whether it's a hidden truth or just a different perspective.
And on that note, thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the Denver Airport conspiracy theories.
We hope you enjoyed the ride.
Until next time, keep those minds curious, and don't be afraid to question everything. But remember to always look for the evidence. And if you have any suggestions for future deep dives, we're all ears.
We'll see you in the next episode.